had really de-escalation in reimbursement. I mean, continually, that's the fix. Is let's just continue to cut out reimbursement, and then reshift it around. And then all of a sudden, you know, a community that doesn't have any access or limited access. And you know, the question becomes is, you know, we're talking about health care, and everybody knows that if we had the country at work, we'd have more revenues to put back into these programs.
Yes, we would.
Does not mean that they don't need overhaul. Being in healthcare, I'd be the first to tell you that we need healthcare, but it needs to be reasonable. You know, most of these physicians are not taking these patients because, once again, they can't afford to office with the reduction in reimbursement and paying for the programs to be supposedly legal. I mean, you've got to answer. You know,
you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
I mean, because we had a meeting.
Well, so is that a pipe dream, or is that something that's
no? That's not a
really
pipe.
gonna
That's
happen?
not a pipe dream.
Do we have a leadership that's going to get that done?
Right now, we don't. Not in the White House. And because you know why I say that, and that's because we met the freshman class, Republican side. My apologies to anybody that's not on my side of the aisle. I'm not critical. My parents aren't. I love my parents, so this is a bipartisan discussion that we have. But the fact of the matter is, the facts are this. We met with Secretary Geithner from the Treasury. You know, everybody knows who Geithner is, probably. And we asked him, the freshman class, about 70 of us, what is the administration's plan to turn Medicare around and save Medicare for future generations? His answer was decrease reimbursement in Medicare Part A and B. I'm not making that up. That's what he said. How are they going to do that? The Affordable Care Act put in place, it's called an Independent Payment Advisory Board, IPAB, which is 15 people appointed by the president. Those people will look at Medicare. If you don't know about this issue, you should. And what are their options when Medicare doesn't have enough money? Cutting reimbursement to hospitals and providers through Medicare Part A and B. And right now, the medical system is such that, like I said at the beginning, primary care physicians cannot be on their own. They almost always have to be employed by hospitals these days. It's getting worse and worse. I mean, in Evansville, it's that because they can't afford it. And on the backside, young people are not going into medicine, into healthcare. Nursing, they're not doing it in nursing, not becoming doctors. They're doing nothing. So we're trying to get, on the physician side, a permanent fix to the SGR calculation this year for B, and we're trying to stave off Medicare A cuts. But we only have, you know, on our, you know, we have the House of Representatives, we can hopefully fix that stuff. And that's my position also. My position is the system needs restructured, that we can't continue to try to think that we're going to pay for twice as many seniors in 2030 as today with half the payment to hospitals and providers. No hospitals, first of all the community hospitals will be closed. Second of all, you will have to travel miles and miles and miles to see a doctor because you will not have any in your smaller communities. They'll all be in the cities, employed by hospitals. And what does that do? It limits access to health care for seniors. Unacceptable. Yeah.